Hello everyone. So we're gonna do the equipment 2 today, uploaded in the Blackboard. So this is called stabilizer reboiler 1301. So open up the everything 3D, and the same drill. Go to the general, create a new site for this classwork. Let's name it equipment 2. Click OK, and we're going to create a zone in this site. Name something on the zone, and we're going to create the equipment 2 in this zone. So go to the equipment tab. If you don't see the equipment tab, go over here and select the equipment tab from here. So we're going to create a new equipment, and the name of the equipment is 1301. Name it E1301, and this is a stabilizer. Now the origin. So my origin for this equipment is the east, north, and up coordinates. So my east is 11 inches. It is 23 feet 3 inches. And my up coordinate is 4 feet 11 inches. All right. So I have the equipment origin set. As you can see in the positional, this is the equipment origin set. Don't mess with this positional because this has the relationship with local coordinates and global coordinates. You'll get confused if you use this one. Always use the move tool and offset tool from here to move the equipment or the equipment origin point as well. So looking at the equipment, as you can see, we have several cylinders. From the looking north view, I can see all of them are cylinders, and this and the leftmost cylinder. So I have a dish over here, and then one cylinder which has a diameter of 3 inches, and then another cylinder, 3 feet 4 inches diameter, and then another cylinder which is this is 2 feet 9 inches. And the same cylinder here, 3 feet 4 inches diameter. And then this part of the cylinder diameter should be 2 feet 10 inches. All right. And then again, this copy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the right side because I have the equipment origin on the right side. So I'm going to create one cylinder, two cylinder. You can create just a single cylinder in here and position it over there, but it's difficult to find the equipment origin this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create two same diameter cylinder in here so that I can easily select the equipment origin and put the other cylinders easily. And then I'm going to create the big cylinder over here, 2 feet 9 inches, and the last cylinder, and then the small cylinders and the bases, and then the nozzles. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to go to the equipment tab, selecting this equipment, and I'm going to create a primitive. So my first primitive is the cylinder. I'm just going to create it some random location, some random dimension. Let's go to the cylinder, the geometry, the diameter and the height. So let's take a look. What is the diameter? The diameter is 2 feet 10 inches. Then the height is 11 feet, 11 and a half inches. Okay. So my diameter is 2 feet 10 inches. and my height is 11.5 inches, right? Looks really small, don't worry about it. So I need to make it to the right orientation. So looking at east should be horizontal, right? Horizontal like this. So this is only this part of the cylinder. So I need to make orientations. I'm gonna go to the home, rotate, orientate, or because this is my first only component, I can just double click. This is just a single component in here, so even the equipment rotates, it doesn't matter. But anyways, let's go with the conventional way. So I'm gonna go orientate, and after the orientation, looking from the west, I should see a horizontal cylinder. So I need to rotate it such that Z should be north. So Z should be north. Okay, you'll get used to it after some time. So looking from west, I actually see a small diameter, which is like this, right? And the leftmost centermost point should be my origin point. So so what I can do is can go to the position. So it is created at some random position right now. So I can just move it to the equipment origin. Okay, so I put everything 0. So right now this is at the equipment origin, and the equipment origin is at the very center, the middle point of the cylinder. I want the equipment origin, it should be on the leftmost top side. So what I can do is excuse me, I can move it. Let's try to do the position maybe to go. Let's see. Oh no. 6, 1. Oh, this is it. It's not a good idea to move it the position. Let's see. Actually, I need to just move it by half of the diameter towards the south, right? Because I'm looking at east. I need to move it to the right side because my origin right now is over here. I need to, the equipment is right now over here. I need to move it to the right a little bit. How much? By half of the height. The height is 11.5 inches. So I need to move it towards the. I just need to offset it towards the south by 11.5 inch. Half of it is, let's do 11 inch first. So I'm gonna move it to the south by 5.5 inches. And then again half inches, half of half inches, 0.25. Right? So over here is my equipment origin. It should be, as you can see over here, it's smooth. After the cylinder, I need to create another same cylinder, which should be over here. So what I can do is, instead of creating a new one, I'm going to do copy offset and offset it by not towards Z, but towards Y direction by some value. Let's say 50. It's too close. Let's move it a little bit far away. Say 400. right? Yes, I want to keep it, and they are not aligned right now. So I need to make them both together, but before that, the cylinder 2, I need to make sure the diameter and height is correct. So the diameter is the same, but the height should be 1 feet 2 and 7/8 inches. So the height is 1 feet dot 7/8 inches. All right. So my height is perfect, but there is a gap over here. So what I can do is I can move this one by position, and I need to select the correct reference point. No, I don't want this one. P.2 is over here. I should have made it a little bit farther. Yes, I can see the P.2 is on this surface. I want the P.2 to coincide on the surface over here. So what I can do is left click and hold on the right equipment, and there should be a P point over here. And because of the ladder, you might not be seeing it, but you can see it's moved. Click apply. So they are aligned. So my origin is at the combination point, joining point of these two cylinders. So I can use that one as a reference point for my other components. All right. After the two equipments, I have a long equipment over here, which is the cylinder as well, and the height is this one, and the diameter is 2 feet 9 inches. So let's create one. Let's do copy offset again. I'm just gonna build up from here. So let's say 700. I'm just creating a random cylinder and then modify it. So my height and the diameter both are different now. The diameter is 2 feet 9 inches, and the height should be over here. So it's 19 feet 5 and 1/8 inches from this point to this point, right? So it's 19 feet 5.1/8 inches. All right, that's a little bit big, but don't worry about it. We're gonna fix it right away. So I want to move this one. I need to position this cylinder. I need to select the correct datum point. So right now the datum point is over here. So this is what I want to move with respect to this point, and I want to coincide this point with the point on this cylinder. So left click and hold on this cylinder. So P points is displaying. I want to coincide it with this point. So the whole cylinder moved. Click apply. There you go. Our third cylinder. And the fourth one. Fourth one is this one, right? We have a height of 1 feet, and the diameter is 3 feet. 3 feet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a copy offset again. And if it will go out or not. Yes. And so this is my cylinder 4. Let's modify this one. The diameter is 3 feet. That's a little bit larger. The height is 1 feet. And I need to position this one. So I'm gonna go to move, position, same drill again. 3.2, I guess it's on the that side, but if you make a mistake, we can always redo it. So left click and hold on this cylinder, coincide. So the P.2 is on the correct one. Click apply. So I have all the cylinders with different diameters. Now I have a dish at the end. So let's do the dish. Go to the equipment tab. There you go. Create a dish. And where? By the way, if you don't see these object snaps, go to the settings and make sure your object snap is turned on. All right. Maybe too much for me, but make sure this one is turned on. So this is where my dish should be. I'm just creating some random dish. I'm going to modify this one. So my diameter of the dish is the same as the last cylinder diameter, 3 feet, and the height is 8 inches. So the diameter is 3 feet, height is 8 inches. All right, looks good. Let's make an orientation. So rotate, orientate. Now, if with the correct orientation, Z should be pointing up to the north. Click apply. So there you go, my dish is done. Other than that, I only have this small cylinder, these small 3 cylinders, which has 4 inches diameter, and the diameter is 3 feet 4 inches, and the height is 4 inches. All right. So let's start with the cylinder 1. What I'm going to do is again copy offset towards, let's say, we'll pull it out. Let's say negative 1,000, and let's do 1,000. Yes, I want to keep the copy. So this is my new cylinder 2. I want to modify this one. The diameter should be 3 feet 4 inches, and the height should be just 4 inches. All right. So I need to position this one over here. Again, the same drill, position. P.2 is, I think, over there, right? Yep, this is the one. I want to coincide this one at this point. Click apply. Okay, looks good. Don't worry about these things. Don't worry about it. All right. So I have the first small cylinder. I have the same identical cylinder at this point and at this point. Now I have a distance from here to here. Let me see if I have a distance from here to there. I can move it in 2 steps or just add them up. Both works. I'm gonna do it in 2 steps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a copy offset again. At 11.5 inches towards the Y. So this is right now at the origin. I need to move this one, offset it. So what I did was I created a copy offset in here, and then what I'm doing is I'm offsetting it or moving it by this much, 1 feet 2 and 7/8 inches. Or what you can do is you can just move it by position. P.2, not P.2 actually, center. point, which would be the origin point would be over here, right? So there you go. The second one and the last one. Let's do a copy offset again. And let's just create some random cylinder. I'm gonna position it anyways. So the cylinder 4, I'm gonna position it in the origin, the center point, at this datum point. So left click on either of the cylinder to move it over here. So I don't even need to know the distance. As you can see, I can just move it over there using the joining point. All right, I'm done with the small cylinders. Now the two bases. The base dimension looks like 2 feet 10 inches by 2 feet 3/4 inches and 6 inches. All right, so let's create two box primitives. Go to equipment, box. I'm just going to create it some random location, and then I'm going to modify this one. So X length, I don't know which dimension it is, it's not displaying. So X is along this way. So my X should be looking at north. So X should be 2 feet 10 inches. 10 inches. All right. Y, I'm guessing the height. Let's see. Oh, no, not the height, the depth. The depth is 6 inches. Let me show you where. So here it says 6 inches, right? All right, and the V, which is this one, which should be this one. This is the only thing left. The height 2 feet 3/4 inches. So 2 feet 3/4 inches. Proper value. I think I missed a dot. 2 feet dot 3/4 inches. There you go. All right. So this is my base. Now, in the same way as equipment 1, I need to position it at the origin first and then move it by this distance. All right. So let's position it at the origin first. Origin is in between these two cylinders over here, which made it more convenient for me to move. So select the box, move by position. So select the proper datum point, which should be at the top. Let's find out. So this one works. This point should coincide with the origin point, which should be over here, the datum point. All right. So it moved. Click apply. And what we need to do is offset it by 3 feet 11¼ inches towards the south or towards the north. So move offset towards the north because we are looking from south towards the north. So we need to move it to the left by 3 feet 11¼ inches. All right. Click apply. So this is the new position. And I just need to create a copy from this point 12 feet apart. All right, towards the north. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a copy offset towards the Y direction. by 12 feet. Apply. Yes, I want to keep the new copy. This is the new box. All right. So looks like we're done with the primitives. Now the only thing left is the nozzles. So I have 5 nozzles over here. Let's start with the first one. It says NS1 and NS2. Both of them are 4 inches and the rating is 150 pounds, right? So let's go to the equipment, create nozzle. So the name is NS1. I don't know if the name exists or not. Oh, yeah, that's good. The diameter is 4 inches. So close to 4 inches, 100 millimeter. And the specification rating should be 150 RF. And the height, let's take a look at the height. NS1, NS2, both of them have the height of this one. Not this one, this is the base height. So this one is 2 feet, 1 inch. So 2 feet, 1 inch height. 2 feet, 1 inch. Create. It has been created over there. It's what I did. And this is not the head part, this is the bottom part of it. Let's see if we can modify this one and select the P point 2, which is the bottom point, and I want to coincide this point with the origin, right? So align with the origin. All right, so it's aligned with the origin. So I just need the correct orientation, which is facing downwards, the head part facing downwards. So the datum point is fine. Make sure the datum point is fine, and I need to rotate it with respect to, I want to rotate it like this. So with respect to the local y coordinate by 90 degree, apply. It's at the top. So this is my NS1. See, yeah, NS1. My NS2 is exactly the same, just facing top. So what I can do is I can just create a copy. I can just copy it from here as well. I'm just showing you different ways so that you're familiar with all the features. And you can rename it. Not copy of NS1, but this is my NS2. Right? Saying something. All right. We need to, so it's overlapping right now. Both of the nozzles are overlapping. I need to modify the NS2. So I'm gonna go modify the nozzle 2, and I'm just gonna rotate it with, so let's see, you see my datum point is at the bottom, so I need to change the datum point. Now fine. Now I need to rotate it with respect to, let's do it along z-axis, 90 degree. Apply again. So rotated 180 degree right now. It's fine. Don't worry about the holes at the top. This is just a software glitch because this is a demo version of the software. So you see that. So just ignore that. You might see, you might not see this. All right. So we are done with the first two nozzles. So we have only N1, N2, and N3, which all of them are 300 RF rating, and the size is 8 inches. Let's see from where the dimension is given. Dimension is given from the origin for this one as well, and for this one as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to create the nozzle at the origin and then just offset it. Or we can actually use the NS2 for this case. So let's move the NS2 over here. So we're going to do a copy offset towards north direction by 2 feet 7.5 inches, and then modify the nozzle. All right, so this is my NS2 nozzle. I'm going to do a copy offset towards Y direction by 2 feet 7.5 inches. All right, click apply. Yes, I want to keep the copy, and then I can modify this nozzle. The bore diameter is different, which is 8 inches, so it's nearly 200 millimeter. And the height is, I think, the same. Height for all the nozzles is the same, as you can see over here. So only the distance. So let's do N3. N3 is 18 feet 7.5 inches from the origin. So I'm going to do the same procedure. I'm going to select the NS2 and then do a copy offset along Y direction by 18 feet 7.5 inches. Apply. Yes, keep the copy, and then modify the nozzle. So this is 200 millimeter. Finish, and I'm going to select the NS1 because the only thing left is this nozzle, which is aligned with NS1. So from NS1, the distance is 9 feet 6 inches. So I'm gonna do a copy offset again towards Y by 9 feet 6 inches. Click apply. Yes, keep the copy. And the new nozzle, I'm gonna modify the diameter. Oh, by the way, the ratings are different as well, so I need to change those as well. I forgot. So the diameter is 200, the rating is 300 RF, right? I need to change the rating of these two as well. Let's see, this one. You see, it's not the create nozzle, but be very careful when you like which nozzle are you modifying. So it should be 300 RF. That's why sometimes it creates some problems. That's why, as you can see, I'm closing everything other than the properties, just to make sure I'm not messing up with the other ones. So -5, modify this nozzle. The rating should be 300 RF. Right? Yeah, 300 RF and 150 RF for the two nozzles. So that should be all. I think I covered everything. These are the descriptions of the equipment. You can add these things when you're creating the nozzle. It's going to ask you the temperature and everything. You can add these descriptions in the details of the equipment. Let's take a look. Well, this is our equipment too. Thank you.